It is a perfectly warm, humid evening in the middle of summer. You are sitting quietly on your wooden porch, listening to that iconic rhythmic chirping sound rising from the tall grass. It feels like a profound sense of total relaxation washing over you after a grueling day of work. The sun has completely disappeared, leaving behind a heavy, comforting blanket of darkness across your entire property. Then, out of the deep shadows, a massive, armored green shape launches itself like an unguided ballistic missile. It lands with a heavy, unsettling thud right next to your bare hand on the wooden armrest. Your brain instantly triggers a massive, overwhelming spike of adrenaline. It immediately dumps cortisol into your bloodstream as your primitive survival instinct completely takes over your rational thoughts. You instinctively reach for a heavy shoe or a toxic chemical spray to annihilate this alien intruder. Your brain is aggressively screaming at you to destroy it, and that reaction is absolutely 100% justified. It looks exactly like a terrifying biomechanical monster equipped with spiked armor and lifeless, empty alien eyes. Its long, segmented antennae twitch nervously, scanning the environment with an unsettling robotic precision. But I need you to freeze right now. Slowly pull your hand away from your improvised weapon and take a very deep breath. If you crush that insect, you are systematically destroying a key operative in the hidden biological defense grid of your own backyard. Today, we're going to completely shatter the poetic, romanticized myth of the peaceful summer night. But first, I need you to be completely honest with me in the comments right now. When a massive, unpredictable insect unexpectedly lands on your skin in the dark, do you freeze in absolute terror? Or do you instinctively start violently swatting at your face? There is no shame in admitting the fear, because we have been conditioned for generations to fundamentally misunderstand what is happening in our own gardens. We use their recorded sounds in modern meditation applications to help us fall asleep, utterly convinced that nature is playing us a sweet, harmonic lullaby. That is a dangerous, incredibly naive fallacy built on centuries of human ignorance. You are not listening to a lullaby. You are sitting right in the middle of a brutal, uncompromising, and absolutely deafening acoustic wall. A grasshopper does not possess vocal cords, lungs, or any biological mechanism to sing like a bird or a mammal. Instead, it has evolved to turn its entire physical body into a highly advanced, self-contained weapon of acoustic warfare. The inside of its massive thighs is lined with a row of microscopic, ultra-hard, chitinous pegs that function exactly like a tactical military file. Meanwhile, the hardened edge of its wings acts as a reinforced, serrated scraper. When the operator decides to initiate a sonic assault, it rubs that heavy file against the scraper with terrifying speed. No hesitation, no negotiation. It is forcefully grinding its own exoskeleton together to generate a high-frequency shockwave that travels rapidly through the dense vegetation. Imagine a dominant green commander holding the high ground on the thick stalk of a sunflower. He projects his deafening artillery into the night, waiting for a challenger to reveal its hidden position. From across the lawn, a rival drone responds with an even louder, more aggressive burst of kinetic friction. Every single chirp you hear is a direct challenge, a calculated, aggressive threat echoing through the blades of grass. They are actively trying to jam each other's frequencies, overpowering the weak and forcing the inferior combatants into silent submission. The loser is biologically humiliated, forced to retreat into the shadows, while the victor claims total dominance over the sector. You are completely blind to the carnage, sitting safely with your drink, mistaking a ruthless biological battleground for a calming meditation track. But the weaponization of sound requires an equally advanced biological system for detecting enemy counterattacks. If this fact just completely changed your understanding of this biological drone, subscribe to the channel right now. There are even more terrifying and fascinating secrets hidden right outside your front door. Now, let us examine the truly alien anatomy that makes this creature an apex acoustic operator and a master of evasion. You try to catch one resting on a leaf, but a split second before your hand closes around it, it vanishes in a violent blur of green kinetic energy. A grasshopper does not have ears on its head like a mammal. It actually listens to the world using its knees. Hidden precisely on its front legs are microscopic tympanal organs that act as advanced seismic and acoustic radar dishes. When you take a careful step on the lawn, the ground acts like a massive, interconnected sensory web. Its knee-mounted radar detects the microscopic vibration of your footstep in mere milliseconds, long before your shadow falls over it. It literally hears the earth moving beneath your weight. By the time you reach out your hand, the biological catapult has already locked its internal leg joints and loaded its massive muscular springs. It removes the biological safety pin and fires itself out of the danger zone with explosive force. It survives kinetic G-forces that would cause a human fighter pilot to black out entirely. But the surprises regarding this armored drone do not end with its radar systems and acoustic weapons. People look at grasshoppers and assume they are just harmless, passive herbivores that spend their days happily chewing on leaves. While they do consume massive amounts of plant matter, many species operating in your yard are highly opportunistic micro-predators. Look closely at those heavily armored front legs, and you will notice they are lined with sharp, inward-facing chitinous spikes. Those spikes are brutal, highly evolved instruments designed for grasping and immobilizing smaller, weaker insects in an inescapable biological cage. Imagine a smaller, unsuspecting pest wandering too close to the silent green sniper hiding in the ivy. The spiked legs strike out with robotic speed, locking the victim in a crushing, inescapable grip. It will then use its powerful mandibles to dismantle the prey alive, securing a vital burst of protein to fuel its acoustic warfare. You are looking at a heavily armed, spiked assassin that is more than capable of executing lethal force when the situation demands it. And if you ever do manage to bypass its seismic radar, you will quickly discover its final, most disgusting line of defense. If you caught one as a child, it likely secreted a thick, sticky, dark brown liquid all over your fingers. Your immediate reaction was likely pure disgust, assuming the terrified bug simply lost control of its bodily functions out of panic. That brown liquid is not a waste product of fear. It is a highly calculated, deliberate chemical counterattack. The insect is violently regurgitating a toxic, partially digested chemical cocktail directly from its internal stomach chambers. It is deploying a biological chemical weapon designed to coat the mouth of a predator in an unbearably bitter, acidic sludge. It temporarily disrupts the olfactory senses of the attacker, forcing a hungry bird to immediately gag and spit it out. You did not scare it into making a mess. You simply triggered its automated chemical defense protocol. Every single aspect of this creature is engineered for absolute survival, which brings us to your most critical tactical error. When you view this heavily armored drone merely as a creepy pest, you instinctively want to spray your entire perimeter with toxic chemicals. But if you kill it, you destroy your own comfort and compromise the structural integrity of your own territory. A healthy, thriving population of these stridulating operators is actually the ultimate sign of an incredibly robust, perfectly balanced local ecosystem. They act as autonomous agricultural drones, constantly pruning the overgrowth of your lawn and returning processed nutrients back into the soil. More importantly, they are the heavy infantry of the backyard food chain, serving as a foundational energy source for the local wildlife. They feed the spiders, the mantises, and the predatory wasps that actively hunt the truly dangerous parasites. Without this loud forward patrol holding the line in the grass, the beneficial predators have nothing to eat and simply leave the sector. When the local predators abandon your yard, the real parasitic invaders silently move in completely unchecked. The invisible, stealthy pests, the ones that bite your ankles and sting your children, take over your property. The grasshopper is a vital, load-bearing pillar in the invisible biological fortress that actively protects your home from ecological collapse. Total silence in the grass on a summer evening means the local ecosystem has completely collapsed, usually due to heavy chemical poisoning. That robotic, aggressive chirp is the beautiful sound of life functioning exactly as it was engineered to perform over millions of years. It is an automated status report from the front lines, broadcasting that the perimeter is secure and the biological machinery is operational. So, the next time that massive green gladiator unexpectedly lands on your porch, do not reach for the shoe. Look at it with the profound, calculated respect it truly deserves. You are looking at a veteran acoustic warrior, a knee-listening seismic radar technician, and a biomechanical marvel of nature. Lower your weapon and mentally acknowledge the elite operator. Let the acoustic artillery resume its vital, ancient mission in the dark.